We are 6 days away from Thanksgiving, and I know what y'all are looking for. Thanksgiving side dishes and the ultimate #1 question of Thanksgiving. Okay, maybe it's not the #1. #1 is probably how do you roast a turkey. #2 is how do you make stuffing or dressing. We make cornbread dressing, and that's one of our #1 questions around the holidays. How do you make cornbread dressing? We're gonna be showing y'all that today, but first, we're making a pumpkin bubble up bake. While it's in the oven, we're gonna show y'all cornbread dressing and macaroni and cheese pie. Those are our 2 absolute favorite Thanksgiving side dishes. I actually have more than 2, but those are the top 2. The other ones are very important too though. Mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, cranberry sauce. So I'm gonna show y'all my mama's cornbread dressing recipe, but first, the pumpkin bubble up bake. This is a new recipe, so Sissy's gonna get this 8x11 casserole dish ready for me. She's just gonna put some oil on it, just grease it, spray it, whatever. In this bowl, we're gonna mix 8 ounces of cream cheese, and the recipe said just to cut it into small cubes. So that's what we're gonna do. It's softened, it's been sitting out for a little while. This is something you could make for breakfast, brunch, dessert even. I think it would be good for dessert. We don't know for sure. We'll find out when we taste it. Now, the original recipe did call for cinnamon rolls, y'all. A can of cinnamon rolls. I don't have those. I have a can of Grand's biscuits. But what we're gonna do is roll those in a little bit of cinnamon.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and it'll work. It'll work just fine. It won't be exactly the same, but it will be very close, and I'm sure it will still be good.
Yeah, I love biscuits.
So we're just gonna cut it into little pieces. And it didn't say to soften it, but I just did because, you know, just about every time you use cream cheese in a recipe, it's softened, but it might actually be easier to cut it into the little pieces and then let it sit out, maybe. I don't know, then it would still stick together.
Yeah.
Just go with your heart, people. Go with your heart. Okay, I'm gonna wait and not put these in here because it's just gonna clump into one big little cream cheese ball thing. Let's see, Sissy, you wanna be opening up the pumpkin? Sissy's gonna open up this can of pumpkin right here.
Pie day.
Yes, tomorrow is pie day. We'll be making all the pies, so y'all will be seeing that on Monday.
My 2 favorite pies are probably pumpkin pie and chocolate pie.
Yeah, my favorites are sweet potato pie and peanut butter pie, probably. Now, in this little bowl, Sissy, you can put us some cinnamon with just a little bit of sugar in there with the cinnamon so we can turn our biscuits into cinnamon roll style biscuits.
Okay.
I've made lots of different bubble up bakes before, but never this one. So has anybody already started cooking for Thanksgiving? I know some people go ahead and make things ahead of time. One year, we made pretty much everything ahead of time except for the turkey, mashed potatoes, and macaroni and cheese. I think I made everything else like a day or so ahead of time.
Yeah.
That was a lot easier and more enjoyable on Thanksgiving Day. We always make the pies ahead of time. Tonight's gonna be fun because the kids have their Thanksgiving program with their homeschool group. So they're excited and kind of nervous about that. I'm just gonna eyeball 1/3 of a cup here, y'all. I actually feel like 1/3 of a cup is not enough, but that's what it said, so we'll do what it said. 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Now we're gonna leave the powdered sugar out because since we didn't have cinnamon rolls, we don't have the glazed little, you know, icing pack that comes with cinnamon rolls, so we're gonna have to make our own in just a little bit when this gets finished cooking. Pumpkin pie spice, we're gonna put in 1½ teaspoons. I'm just gonna eyeball this, Sissy.
Okay.
There you go. I'm gonna start throwing in the cream cheese. Sissy's gonna mix it. I feel like we need more pumpkin, and y'all, we're putting in more pumpkin. Now let me grab the biscuits. We need to preheat the oven to 350. So we've got our pumpkin, we've got our powdered sugar, we've got the pumpkin pie spice. Now we have 1 can of Grand's. We have the Southern home style biscuits right here. Cutting biscuits is almost as fun as cutting Velveeta cheese.
Yeah.
And it said to mix all of this together and then just pour it into the casserole dish. Oh wait, we gotta roll our biscuits in the cinnamon sugar. Almost forgot.
Oh yeah.
Some of those are not gonna have it, but that's okay. We'll just toss them in here.
Cinnamon biscuits.
While Sissy stirs that, I'll just keep throwing in the biscuit pieces. Yeah, y'all, I'm definitely, I mean, look at this. If we wouldn't have added that other pumpkin,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been enough. All right, we're gonna pour this into the casserole dish. Okay, it's going in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. While it's in there, we'll make the icing. Y'all are gonna go watch cornbread dressing and macaroni and cheese, and we'll see y'all when this is done. So we just crumble up the cornbread all in here. All right, we got the cornbread crumbled. Now we're just chopping up this onion to put in here. Now we're gonna put the sage, and I never really measure this. I just put some in here and then taste it once I get it all mixed together. That's probably about a tablespoon there. We'll start with that. Some salt and pepper. We'll go ahead and mix all of this together. And then I'm gonna chop up 2 boiled eggs. You can leave the boiled eggs out if you want to. We always put them in dressing because that's what Mama did. So that's what we do. Okay, we'll mix those in and then start adding the chicken broth. This, I don't really ever measure either. I just get it to the moistness level that we want it to be. I know it's gonna take the rest of this whole carton. This was about half of this carton here, so we'll go ahead and put all that in there. Probably need to get my apron. Okay, we're gonna spread this out, and then I always sprinkle a little extra sage on top, and it's going in the oven. This is a really easy macaroni and cheese recipe. You don't even have to pre-cook the macaroni. You just put everything in the pan, put it in the oven. I'm just gonna spray my casserole dish real quick. We need 2.5 cups of sharp cheddar. Of course, I've got a cheese taste tester coming over here. Here you go, sir. Let us know how that is. Does it pass the test? Okay. You want some cheese?
Yeah.
Here you go. We need 2 cups of pasta, so we're gonna mix some of the cheese with the pasta. And we need 4 cups of milk.
That's a lot of milk.
It is a lot of
4
milk.
cups?
4 cups. The macaroni or the pasta is gonna be cooking in here. We're not using elbow macaroni, you know, but
That's great.
pasta and cheese. We'll just make sure all that pasta's down in there. We're gonna put some salt and pepper. Just salt and pepper to taste, however much you want to put. I have a little mouse over here that keeps on sneaking the cheese. Okay, we'll just stir that salt and pepper around a little bit. Now we put the rest of the cheese on top. And it's going in the oven when it finishes oh, it's ready. It's going in there for 45 minutes. That's it. Grandma's baked mac and cheese is very simple. Is it ready?
I think so.
going for the plop instead of the drizzle on that. Okay, let's see how it is. I want to make sure I get a little bit of that cream cheese mixed in there.
That is delicious.
Yes, it is. The cream cheese is so smooth and creamy, and then when you mix it with the cinnamon roll or biscuit, that's great.